Brian Tracy has a great quote. Brian says, approach each customer with the idea of helping him or her solve a problem or achieve a goal, not of selling a product or a service. Abraham Maslow tells us, if your only tool is a hammer, then every problem looks like a nail. Hey, this is Jay Rose from Total Dealer Training. And if you want to live your lifestyle guaranteed, stay tuned. We're going to talk about in this episode the buying process. You might call it selling process. I call it the customer purchase process. When a customer wants to purchase your product, it's pretty simple. They're either going to do it because they like your product, and if they're in your showroom or your branch location, they already have enough interest in your product to be there or to call you. All you can do at this point is either guide them through their purchase process, it may be your underwriting process, or you can screw it up and then you turn a buyer into a shopper. So either way, the important thing is we're going to talk about a couple differences. Number one difference is there's a complete difference in the buying process, the purchase process, underwriting process from buy here, pay here to retail. Now, what do I mean by retail? Retail is a new car franchise. It's a retail used car store. Basically, unless you're collecting payments from customers, and if you do any outside financing, you're retail. Now, you may do subprime, and maybe most of your business is subprime. I'll cover that. That's kind of in the middle. The difference between a retail store, a true retail, where you have a highly competitive pricing model, and you have very competitive interest rates and financing options with long terms. That's usually available through banks and credit unions and some higher end subprimes. The middle ground is where it's subprime, which is basically still competitive pricing, not because the customer demands it, but because the banks are squeezing that loan to value. You would think you start off with a $3,500 deal and they line five you and you end up with like an $1,800 deal. Now now the net result's the same as a retail deal, but instead of the customer demanding it, it's the banks have created that squeeze in the lower price. And the interest rates may be somewhere between maybe 8% to 19%. That's in the middle. That's not buy here, pay here. Buy here, pay here is when the customers can't get approved anywhere else. You have a state maximum, whether that's 21% or 24%, whatever usury is. It's usually somewhere close to there. It's flat, it's non-negotiable, everyone's paying it, just like a buffet. Pricing should be, in order to be financially stable, you need to have a markup which is at least $1,500 to maybe even higher above Kelley Blue Book retail. So if you ever did advertise your retail price on Kelley Blue Book or any of these other, whether it be OfferUp or True Car or these other car gurus or retail type of marketing lead generators, you're going to get laughed at. You won't even be on page 50. So that's why you never want to market or merchandise and advertise price if you're buy here, pay here. That'd be insane, unless you're in states like Wisconsin where you have to. But anyway, so the focus is it's completely different. I have two different training programs in Total Dealer Training. We have a retail training track, and we have a buy here, pay here. And there is opposite is English and Spanish. So if you want to get the most custom training available, need to focus and understand what's different. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Neo 360 CRM. I believe it's the number one CRM for the buy here, pay here, and subprime market. With their lead maximizer, with their predictive scoring model built in, along with automatic credit pulls from 700 credit, texting, voice, and video all built into one. And what I like the best is it's all on one screen. You don't need to keep going to multiple screens to get the information you need to build your business and business development. Number one, there's three major steps, and the names of the steps are similar, but the order is different. In retail, your only goal after you greet the customer is land the customer in the car. Step one is vehicle selection. Once you use effective questions, you get down to a certain certain model, trim level, Then your job is to take a test drive, getting them fall in love with the car, enough to buy it today. Step 2 is financial terms. You go inside, you get the financial terms, hopefully from the manager, and you just present the financial terms. Here's what the options are. Maybe it's an A, B financial terms with financing, or with an option of a lease purchase. Step 3 is the approval process. Whether it's your manager, finance manager, business manager, whatever you call them, get the customer approved. And you get about a 90%, maybe 85% chance of getting that customer approved under the traditional 3-step process in retail. Now, buy here, pay here, it should be backwards. If it's not, something's wrong. And you're not getting the results that you deserve, that really you deserve and you want. 3 steps. The first step should be, after the greeting the customer, should already be set up properly when you set the appointment in BDC, is they come in for the approval to save time and money. We have climate control and beverages inside. Get the customer from outside, bring them inside, get the approval. Once you have the approval, know their affordability and what basic make they need or model they need, whether it's a car, a sedan, SUV, hatchback, crossover, truck, whatever it is. It's not about a specific vehicle, color, equipment like in retail, where there isn't a used car factory to go build one. So your job is to figure out, of your 20 or 40 or 80 vehicles you haven't available out front, not anything that's coming in from recon, is to show them the car, bring the car around, do the walk around on the car based on the program, not on features, advantages, and benefits, completely different and backwards than retail. And you just tell them, hey, this is good enough to get you back and forth to work. We won't present any vehicle that you couldn't afford. If they ask about financial terms, just say, we're going to have all that ready. It's being sent by corporate. We'll let you know as soon as you get back from the test drive. So the important thing is get the approval. Your manager should be picking out 1 or 2 cars that fit their affordability budget after you verified their paperwork on the approval. Then step 2 is drive a vehicle selection. Hopefully it's the management selecting it. And then test drive. Make sure they like it enough. Step 3 is financial terms. So buy here, pay here is approval first, vehicle selection test drive second, and financial terms third. And then you overcome any objections you have there. So again, the processes are different. Old school way of dragging a customer through a 10 steps, 8 step, 12 step road to the sale, should be different now. All our training is based on human behavior, working with customers, focusing on the relationship, irregardless of which step you do first, second, or third. It's getting the customer to like you enough to listen to you, to build value in your program, and to believe you so you can deliver them today. The dealers I'm working with, they average 70 to 80% closing ratio. And again, that's not fluff. That's tracking every single person that comes in, because we do everything else right. If you want those type of results, definitely give us a call below. If you like this video, click below, share it with your friends, people in the industry, and give us a call. I look forward to working with you and your team. Total Dealer Training trains and coaches dealership personnel through online, in-dealership, and live workshops. We educate, motivate, and develop the skills of your team to improve results while allowing them to be the best possible versions of themselves. If you want more information about our services, visit our totaldealertraining.com website, or you can call me directly at 904-955-7666. We can customize a training solution that'll meet your dealership needs. Look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment so you can be notified when future videos are released.